Iran is now threatening swift and widespread retaliation after the United States launched military strikes on its nuclear infrastructure. And the message from Tehran is chilling. Every American citizen or military personnel in the region is now a target. That's according to a commentator on Iranian state media. Let's break down where the danger now lies. U.S. troops under threat of retaliation. Tens of thousands of U.S. troops are stationed across the Middle East. Key bases are now in the line of fire. Al-Assad Air Base in Iraq, 150 miles west of Baghdad, is one of the biggest U.S. deployments in the region. It's jointly operated with the Iraqi Air Force and houses thousands of American troops. It has been attacked before. After the U.S. killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani in 2020, Tehran launched 16 missiles. 11 struck Al-Assad, leaving deep craters and injuring dozens of American personnel. Iran also fired missiles at a base in Erbil, in northern Iraq's Kurdistan region. The message from Iran's defense minister was clear even before the latest U.S. strike. All U.S. bases are within our reach, and we will boldly target them, Aziz Nasirzadeh said on June 11th. More recently, Iran-backed militias have targeted al-Assad with drones and rockets, as recently as August. In Syria, the U.S. presence has been drawn down. From 8 bases, Washington now maintains just one, Tanf. It sits at a critical junction near the Iraq and Jordan borders. But even that isn't safe. Back in January, a drone hit Tower 22, a nearby U.S. outpost in Jordan. 3 American troops were killed and dozens more injured. It was the deadliest attack on U.S. forces since the fall of Kabul in 2021. Major U.S. bases at risk in the Gulf. In the Persian Gulf, the U.S. operates some of its most strategic deployments. Naval Support Activity Bahrain is home to the U.S. Fifth Fleet and about 8,300 American sailors. Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar is even larger, hosting over 10,000 U.S. troops. It serves as the forward command post for U.S. Central Command. Iran knows this. Before the latest strike, Iranian officials warned Qatar that American bases would be fair targets in case of an attack. That's according to a European official briefed on the matter. Other U.S. bases include Camp Buehring and Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait, Al Dhafra Air Base in the United Arab Emirates, which houses the U.S. Air Force's 380th Air Expeditionary Wing. U.S. embassies and diplomatic missions across the region are also on alert. Some personnel have already been evacuated from Iraq and Israel. Iranian-backed militias are likely to be involved in the response. On Thursday, Abu Ali al-Askari, a security figure with the Shiite militia Kataib Hezbollah, issued this warning. Operational plans have been established for that purpose. Undoubtedly, American bases throughout the region will become akin to duck hunting grounds, not to mention the unforeseen surprises that may await its aircraft in the skies. Pentagon response. So, what is the Pentagon doing about this? When asked about preparations, officials pointed to a Monday statement by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. He said the U.S. is deploying additional capabilities to the Middle East. Protecting U.S. forces is our top priority, he wrote on X. These deployments are intended to enhance our defensive posture in the region.
As the Operation Midnight Hammer strike package entered Iranian airspace, the U.S. employed several deception tactics, including decoys, as the 4th and 5th generation aircraft pushed out in front of the strike package at high altitude and high speed, sweeping in front of the package for enemy fighters and surface-to-air missile threats. We are currently unaware of any shots fired at the U.S. strike package on the way in. At approximately 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:10 a.m. Iran time, the lead B-2 dropped 2 GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator weapons on the first of several aim points at Fordow. As the president stated last night, the remaining bombers then hit their targets as well, with a total of 14 MOPs dropped against 2 nuclear target areas. All three Iranian nuclear infrastructure targets were struck between 6:40 p.m. and 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's about 2:10 in the morning local time in Iran, with the Tomahawk missiles being the last to strike at Esfahan to ensure we retain the element of surprise throughout the operation. Following weapons release, the Midnight Hammer strike package exited Iranian airspace and the package began its return home. We are unaware of any shots fired at the package on the way out.
Experts say no. Iran's missiles, including those in development, don't have a range to hit the continental U.S. Its Air Force also lacks the ability to strike across the Atlantic. That's why the real concern remains the tens of thousands of American troops and personnel already deployed in the Middle East. And for them, the threat level just escalated.